we're seeing bank runs, bank failures, and amidst all this, the price of Bitcoin rocketing straight upwards. We're going to talk about why that is, where this is all headed. So make sure you watch this video till the very end. Let's get straight into it. So look at this, another massive green daily candle for Bitcoin, pumping all the way up to $26,000. And right now we're seeing bank runs, bank failures, just like we saw back in 2008. And this is the reason Bitcoin was created. And with Silicon Valley Bank being the second largest bank failure in the history of the United States, the Fed has stepped in to bail these banks out to prevent further panic and bank runs. And that's partially why we're seeing this massive pump. So let's talk about that and what exactly is going on there. So basically what happened was Silicon Valley Bank took out, a few years ago, they invested a lot of money into these government bonds, and which is a very conservative investment. But since the Fed's been hiking interest rates, the market value of these bonds has gone down. And so now when people come to withdraw their money from the bank is forced to sell these bonds at a loss in order to give these people their money, which if they do that, they're going to fail. So that's what's causing these banks to fail. Now, if they were able to hold their bonds till maturity, then they wouldn't have to sell them at a loss. They would come out positive in that scenario. But if they need to give people their money, then they have to sell at a loss. So that's what's causing this. So basically what the Fed is saying is we will buy these bonds from the banks at their original value. That way the banks do not have to suffer this loss and go out of business. So essentially the Fed is just saying, hey, basically we're going to bail you out. So basically it is a bailout, and because the Fed's taking the loss on this, taking the loss, saving the banks from taking the loss. So it's estimated, it is a form of bailout. It's a form of money printing, basically. And it's estimated that this could pump up to $2 trillion back into the markets with these bailouts. So that could cause some massive pumps in the market, seeing $2 trillion flood back into the economy. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, and that's why we're seeing this huge pump, as this is basically a form of quantitative easing. So yeah, we'll see if this pump continues. Will we have another massive green candle tomorrow as well? So let's see where the price, looking at the charts, where the price is likely to go. So if we pull up the EMA ribbon, this is pretty sweet. So it looks like we were gonna flip this ribbon bearish, but we've pumped right back up, and so we still have this bullish ribbon. We're above the ribbon now, so should continue acting as support for us, which means looks like we're seeing this uptrend continue. And if we go on the weekly, you can see we are just above the ribbon now on the weekly for the first time in about a year. So that's good news. So if we can stay above this ribbon, we can flip it back bullish like back here and have another beautiful bull market. So let's go back. So right now we did break above this horizontal resistance, and we are breaking above this ascending resistance right now as well. So if we can hold above those, we should see this pump continue. If we zoom out on the weekly, you can see this big horizontal resistance. We're above it right now, breaking above this ascending resistance as well. Still 5 days left on this weekly candle, but if we can hold up to these levels and close the candle up here, then we are likely to continue to our next price target, our next resistance level around 29,000. And if we take the Fibonacci retracement levels, you can see that our first Fibonacci level lines up perfectly with this next resistance right under 29,000. So yeah, if we do close this weekly candle up above these resistances, then we should be able to continue this pump all the way up to our next resistance around 29,000. Of course, if we wick back down and close below 24,000, this horizontal resistance, then likely to keep consolidating. So we'll see what happens, see if we can continue this pump or not. Will we see another massive green weekly candle tomorrow again? We'll see. What do you guys think? Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all later.